Hi, I'm Ryan Dreher, owner of American Eagle Outfitters.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Drew. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, Lindsay, I'm going to ask you some questions and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So, tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 15 years old. I was born and raised here in Canada. I really am into like my whole fashion sense and everything, and I shop at your store all the time. I love your message there, how it's like live your life the way you want to live it, don't let anybody influence yourself. I've played ringette for a few years. I love being active. I love talking to people, and yeah, pretty much what's on me.
Very good. I like her very sense of good leadership and choice of our store because that's what we're looking for in these people. So, what is your greatest strength? Because I know many people, have good strengths.
Well, I think I'm a very good people person because I can relate to people very well. And, like, I just love making them feel good about themselves and talking to people because I love learning from other people's experiences.
Well, that's very good. That's actually exactly what we're looking for in a person to work at the store. So, tell me about a time you were assigned a task which you had difficulty understanding, and what did you do about it?
Well, there was this one project we had last year in science, and I really didn't quite grasp the content of what we were supposed to be doing. So I talked to my teacher a lot, and I stayed after school and got help from my peers who knew what they were doing, and I ended up succeeding very well in getting almost perfect on the project.
Well, that's what you do. If you have problems, you ask people for help. That's exactly how it is. So, describe a situation where you had to work as part of a team, and when conflicts came up, how did you resolve them?
Well, let's see. So last year we did this liturgy in religion class at my school, and people were not pulling their weight very evenly. I ended up doing the whole liturgy and stuff, but like I made sure at the end of the day that I did talk to them and tell them that you're not gonna get the credit for this project because you've done absolutely nothing. I talked to my teacher, we resolved everything, and everything turned out very well.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, and that's very good. So, what would you do if you had to work with a coworker who continuously did not pull his weight?
Well, in the situation of working at American Eagle, like if they weren't folding the clothes or being on cash duty properly, I would probably talk to them first, just be nice about it and say, hey, I can't do this all by myself. There's two of us working on duty, and there's a lot of people because I know your store is always very busy. And if that didn't work that way, I'd probably talk to our supervising manager, and then if they couldn't do anything, then I'd probably go talk to you.
Yes, that's probably one of the options, and that's what is a very problem in American Eagle. Sometimes we had people not doing pulling their weight, and we talked to them, and that changed quickly. So, our next question would be: I want you to describe a time where when your work was criticized, and how did you feel about it, and how did you deal with your criticism?
Well, I'm into the theater and stuff in my school, and I've seen a lot of like my directors and stuff. They tell me that I wasn't doing it right, or I was not being in the right like character for the person I was playing. It did hurt a bit because I was trying my hardest, but at the end of the day, I took in their criticism, and it was actually trying to be a very great performer, and the performance that I made was absolutely amazing. So.
Sometimes the little words of advice could lead to big changes. So, do you have any questions for us?
Well, I just want to know, what is your minimum wage?
Well, I want to say most stores have an even balance of minimum wage, but I would say 90-60.
All right. And what are your normal hours for operation on like a weekend?
Well, on a weekend, usually about 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, that's,
Is that it?
yeah.
Right. Thank you. That's all the questions I have. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. We will call you in a few weeks.
Okay. Thank you.